that shit, then they should hook us all up.
But
just saying.
You know what I mean?
They should hook us all up. Just saying.
But the thing is I shouldn't have to do that.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to do that.
But it's good that you can.
It is. And what blows my mind is Foxwoods, a multi-billion-dollar operation,
Yep.
okay? And the thing is the first thing that comes into mind is it's hospitality.
Yeah.
That's what your guys are known for.
Right.
Are you kidding? And you couldn't do it? But anyway,
Yeah.
all right. I said my piece
There
of
you
stuff. 603-217-5400. Have you had a nightmare stories? Now, I was also thinking about, what about those people that go on those cruises and get sick?
It happens all the time.
You know what I mean? And those people that, forget about the Titanic, but even just the,
that's way different.
You know what I mean?
That's a nightmare scenario. That's for sure.
Yes, Bernie just went there.
Right. I mean, getting sick on a cruise is bad. Sinking and dying of fucking hypothermia or being eaten by sharks definitely also bad.
The middle of the Atlantic.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But again, we want to hear about it. I mean, I've heard some nightmare Disney stories. As a matter of fact, I have a story that I want to bring up that someone actually emailed me about their nightmare story. We're going to bring that up.
Cool.
And we got the playoffs and Boston. It's a great day to be
And we got Mad
Boston
Mike
fan.
calling
Mad Mike
in.
is going to be calling somewhere.
Yep.
I guess
He just hit us up. He said 7 o'clock. He's going to give
beautiful.
us a call.
All right, so 7 o'clock, we got him calling in the show. We got so much to go over. Aaron's got ladies' room coming up. Trigger the Driggers, turning something negative into a positive. Oh boy, we got all kinds of stuff coming up.
We do.
Right here, Common Sense, New Hampshire. We'll be back. That wasn't supposed to happen. It was supposed to fade out in there. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know, if it wasn't for PDS, Precision Delivery Solutions, the show wouldn't exist. We want to thank them for their sponsorship. Again, as you guys know, the show is going places, and it's expanding and stuff like this. But we want to thank Phil, his crew, and his company for sponsoring the Common Sense New Hampshire show.
This is Philip Palker from Precision Delivery Solutions. I'm the president and owner of the corporation. We are a truckload carrier regionally based in the Northeast, currently looking for qualified CDL drivers with top pay and benefits for this area. We urge you to give us a call at 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. That is 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. We look forward to hearing from you folks. We are the future of transportation.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher.
Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher.
You're nowhere close to that foul ball heading for the bleachers. Who cares? You're going for it.
That ball's mine.
Hot dog vendors, old ladies, infants. You mow them over like a diesel-powered combine.
Yeah!
Ashamed of your souvenir fervor? Hardly. You scratch and gouge your way to the ball like a bloodthirsty Wolverine.
You're a feisty rodent.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Bully of the Bleachers. Because why pay for a souvenir when you can fight for one?
Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm not sure if we guys told you this, but we're actually live here in McGarvey's today with Mikey being on assignment and being in Rhode Island. As you guys know, he's going to be calling in at 7 o'clock. We're actually live here in McGarvey's. So, McGarvey's, thank you for hosting our show this week.
Common Sense, New Hampshire would like to thank McGarvey's for hosting our show. They're located at 1097 Elm Street, the oldest bar in Manchester, New Hampshire. They have great food specials brought to you by Chef Mel. Monday nights is Customer Appreciation Night, where your drinks are half off. Don't forget about the award-winning karaoke 7 nights a week. McGarvey's can also be found on Facebook. Once again, they're located at 1097 Elm Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. Their phone number is 603-627-2721.
If you're looking for some live music and a little fun, then Perfect Entertainment, Nashua's best for DJs and karaoke selection, is your answer. Hailed by the Nashua Telegraph, they do it all from birthday parties to weddings to corporate events. Perfect Entertainment will provide entertainment your family and friends will remember for a lifetime. For more information, visit the Perfect Entertainment page on Facebook. You can also contact them at 247-6470. That's 247-6470.
And we are back. Common Sense New Hampshire, live from McGarvey's. Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
603-217-5400 is our phone number. And we're going to continue on with some of the nightmare stories for vacations and cruises and stuff. And there's a couple of things that we received via email, that is, and I want to bring this up. And actually, this is coming from a purser, an administration officer off of a cruise ship. And it says, after many years working on a cruise ship as a purser, I've come across some very bad passenger behavior. One that stands out happened on a Christmas cruise out in Galveston, South Carolina. We had a large family group boarding, 6 or 8 people. The kids were in their early 20s, a boy and a girl, plus a mother, the husband, and some other family friends. For some reason, because they didn't have a lack of proper identification, the young male of the group was denied boarding. We spoke with the young man and got a description of his suitcase so we can retrieve it and send it back to him, as he needed his belongings so we can send him on his way. We identified the suitcase, offloaded it before we sailed, and we were on our way. A few minutes later, after sailing away, the young lady came to the desk screaming and shouting that we have ruined her Christmas, as her formal evening dress, prepared for the coming Christmas thing that they had on the ship, was not in her suitcase. In fact, the entire suitcase was missing. Screaming and shouting, we've heard plenty, but this this time was unbelievable as she taken it to an extreme. He says that she sounded like a toddler at a supermarket throwing a tantrum over some candy or toy that she couldn't have. Mm-hmm. Well, this time was worse than that. The girl in her 20s literally rolling on the floor in the front of the desk, screaming her lungs out, crying and cursing because simply my Christmas was ruined.
Yeah. Wow, that is awesome.
But
they must. People like that must see some insane shit. I mean, that's wow. That's something, man.
That's just one of thousands, of maybe millions of stories that you hear something like that. So,
I have a nightmare one.
A nightmare vacation as well?
Oh yeah.
You have one? Was it you or is it somebody else?
No, it was me.
What happened?
So we went down to Florida for my cousin's wedding, and my family all left the day before I did. At the time, my daughter was about 3 years old, and it was just me and her flying down. So here's me, trying to carry her car seat because they told me that it had to go on the plane. So I had her car seat, both of our bags, trying to run through the airport. We get on the flight, we get down, we actually flew into Fort Lauderdale. We get off the plane, I get over to where the car rental is, and they tell me that because I was only 24, I was not allowed to rent a car.
Oh, you were at it's 25.
Yeah. Well, they never said that when we made the reservations for the car. So they had to send me over to another car company to get a vehicle because I was still 2 hours away from where I needed to be, but that was the closest airport. Well, on the return back, we got stuck in traffic, like absolutely ridiculous traffic coming through like from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, of course, it's crazy.
That was just ridiculous. We sat on the highway for 2 hours just waiting. I was, my family had all left the day before again to come back to New Hampshire, and here I am with a 3-year-old, a car seat, the 2 bags again. We finally I get to the car rental place, pull in, they have a huge pothole in front of their driveway. Hit the pothole, pop the tire on the car.
Oh.
It took them forever to check me in. Their shuttle back to the airport was late coming back. So by the time I got over to the airport, there was 45 minutes to board the airplane. I get up to the desk and they tell me that I'm too late to get on my flight and that I had to wait till the next flight. Well, there was only one more flight out that night, and it already had passengers on standby. So I was going to have to sleep in the airport with a 3-year-old. It was a disaster.
All right, so okay, so
Hi, sorry, I'm back. Hi.
I can understand that it was
Did
a
I miss
nightmare,
anything?
but it just sounds like it was a series of unfortunate events. It sounds like.
Oh my God, it was a disaster. So here I am, 24, 25 years old, calling my mother, who's already back in New Hampshire. I'm crying. I've got a 3-year-old screaming that she wants to go home. There's 2 older people sitting next to us who felt so horrible for us that they were on the next flight out. And they went up to the desk and they said, listen, she needs to get home with this baby. You need to give her our tickets. We will wait for the next flight tomorrow morning.
Wow, how cool.
The lady at the desk was giving them a hard time, saying, we can't do that, we can't do that, we can't do that.
Of course they can do that.
So the older gentlemen, I mean, they were probably, I would say, probably in their late 70s, early 80s. They looked at her and said, either you get her on this flight or there's going to be hell in this airport.
Wow. Nowadays, that'll get you arrested practically.
Yeah, I know.
Like that, you know?
But for an airline to say, no, we can't do that, they can do anything.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
They told them that they couldn't do that because of the fact that there was already people in front of us on standby. So it would look like they were giving, and
it's
I'm like,
not like you were cutting
seriously?
in line. It's not like you were saying,
Yeah.
I'm Bo Jackson or whatever,
Yeah.
and say, I need to be on this flight. They were, looking on your behalf
Yeah.
and saying, listen, we're already on this plane. Give them our tickets. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's not like you were circumventing the process or whatever, so.
I mean, luckily, they ended up calling over, a manager and stuff, and the manager's like, yeah, just put them on the flight,
So did they make that happen? Or
Yeah, they did. The older couple gave up their tickets to us and let us go home, and they were like, "That's all right. We get to spend another day here."
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
They were completely okay with it. They're like,
Turning
"We're in no
negative.
rush to go home."
turning negative into a positive, literally. Wow.
Because the only thing that saved us is that we actually did have a layover. We had a layover in, I think it was Newark, and that's the only thing that saved us because by the time it was like a 3-hour layover in Newark. So by the time we got on the plane and got to Newark,
Your layover was shortened.
our layover was boarding.
Right.
So
Oh, that's good.
we lucked
3
out.
hours in Jersey.
Yeah.
That's a good time right there. Man, I wish that I could tell you I have nightmare stories from vacations. My vacations have all been fucking epic. I mean, some of the best times, crazy shit usually happens. It's really fun, nutty shit. Just fuck. I mean,
You never, how about a road trip? Nothing, a flat tire.
I got food poisoning
I mean,
on a trip.
no.
That
I
was
mean,
fun.
I'm trying to think. I lost my cards when we went to Mohegan. That sucked.
Ooh.
My credit card and my bank card, and I was fucking freaking out because I was sure that somebody snagged it. I'm pretty sure I lost it on the shuttle coming back, but I was able to call, the bank and have them put a stop